14th, 2025. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike, the man of yield, Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Mike, I have a rule that has been helping me pretty significantly.
Yeah.
Which is when I'm in doubt, or if I feel like I am going on tilt, I play a game of a bullet chess game, a 1 minute bullet chess game. And if I can't succeed 3 times, if I can win 3 times in a way that makes sense, it wasn't just by accident, I don't put on a trade.
That's a pretty good idea. I'd be worried about losing even more intellectual willpower and capacity in playing those games than trading. Hey, Aventura, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate you always joining from work. If work knew how much of your attention we're stealing away, I'm sure they'd start to invoice us, but I'm hoping you're still able to do both things well.
Excellent. Well, the market is selling off everywhere. Panic in Bitcoin down, equities down, and the reason for it is not particularly clear. Obviously, the approximate answer is people are selling at a lower and lower price, but we don't yet know who's selling and why, because it's so much downward pressure. Now, it's not like we're talking about what's this correction in equities. That's 6% on NASDAQ, less than 20% on Bitcoin. It's not like the sky is falling, but we're not used to that. We're used to all-time highs.
Right.
All-time highs.
Correct.
So are you seeing anything in the news or anything that's like telling you, hey, why are we falling like this?
Well, I wouldn't get too concerned about it yet. It still feels pretty technical. We're only down 6.6% from peak on the NASDAQ, which seems pretty normal, healthy correction territory, especially for this kind of uptrend. Just looking at ES, for example, we're only down 3.97% from the all-time high. And this looks like a similar correction to even October 10th or Friday, August 1st, or even May 23rd of this year. So as we look at the corrections that have occurred, this isn't any larger yet. I'd get a little more concerned if ES was closer to 10% down and NASDAQ was over 15% down. That's when things start to get real interesting. Good morning, Jarmo. Appreciate you joining us. Aventura, don't worry, I'm not going to tell your employer. We want you joining us all the time and well employed. Don't quit your day job. Keep making that side income, automating your strategies with TradersPost. So yeah, I'm not entirely concerned yet from a correction perspective. If I'm looking at even just the regression trend on the 1-day chart for MNQ or NQ, it's pretty much the same thing. Excuse me. We're almost in that area where we're touching the bottom of the regression trend, and we could see a bounce from here. So I'm kind of expecting a healthy support level confirmation around 24,240. We could even be seeing support right here where we're at right now at 24,715. We're already in kind of oversold territory from a few days of sell-offs here at this point. If I'm looking at the 2-hour chart, this is a support band that we're in right now. And we're already in kind of oversold territory here. That said, early warning signs of a trend shift are starting to show up on some of my indicators. If we do see a continuation beyond 24,240, I'm definitely going to get a lot more concerned here, especially on ES, because past the 240 level, 24,240, that's when we're down negative 9% on NASDAQ, and that starts to look like a little bit more of correction territory. We're breaking out of the upward regression trend. It could form something more similar to what we saw back in February of this year. And then maybe we see support levels down in the 22s, maybe 21s, and then maybe a Santa rally by December at that point. So I'm not sure. I really think that there's plenty of opportunity for support and maybe some short-term sell-off followed by a pretty big rally again.
Yeah, and the one thing that has me sort of like bearish but optimistic is Bitcoin. So for me, Bitcoin
Right.
is right at a level. All right, so this. Let me see if this is clear here on my chart. You'll see this red line over here that shows up. This is my yearly average for Bitcoin, and as long as whenever we get close to that level, is when we could get massive run ups. Just basically, we get down to that level and we get massive run ups. And so
Yep.
I am the most bullish possible, almost essentially, with Bitcoin being here. So until it gets down to, like, let's say 93 or whatever, looking for a run up. But if it doesn't, if we close below here and confirm this level down, then I am in bear market territory for Bitcoin for the next year or so.
Year.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, because that's usually what it is. It's usually 365 to 400 days of bear market for Bitcoin. And this sort of drop happened right around the 1064 day mark for Bitcoin, which is the length of the bull market. Um, so that's what we saw. All right, markets are open here at 9:30. We are trading the NASDAQ usually. My bias would be to the upside because I'm not really seeing how it could. My next level lower is like at 24 158 160. I'd be so surprised if we get down there. But we're sort of like in no man's land here. Like we're right in the middle of like multiple levels. So it's all guesswork at this point.
Well, I want to go back to Bitcoin for just a sec. If I can share my year-to-date indicator on my screen here. One of the things that I've always found fascinating about crypto is it seems to operate in 3-year cycles before we see big corrections again. And I'll go back over the last three. So here's the 3-year cycle that we're in right now. And each time we produce less and less year-to-date returns. This has actually been one of the weakest year-to-date returns for Bitcoin in a long time. We're used to seeing Bitcoin see upwards of 140%, sometimes 170%. But if you go back to 2019, we had decent year-to-date returns, decent year-to-date returns, decent year-to-date returns, followed by a one-year sell-off. And it was the same thing prior to that. If I go back to 2015, we had about a 64% return, 122. And then, of course, there was the 2017 run-up when I first really saw tremendous performance in crypto. And looking back at 2017, I'm thinking to myself, this was that moment where everybody was a genius in crypto, right?
That's right.
Where it didn't matter what you bought, you were going to make some money. But again, that was followed by a one-year sell-off. So we see these 3-year periods pretty consistently so far with the short life that Bitcoin has had. And I think we're almost at the end of that now, where this has been the first time where we saw kind of an opening sell-off at the beginning of the year, an attempt at a pretty decent performance. Maybe we see a Santa Claus rally by year end, but I think we could be entering that bearish territory for a while on crypto.
That's right. Now, there's so much to say about the debt cycle and the liquidity cycle and how that affects crypto, but that's more of an after hours thing, which we'll
Fair
talk about
enough.
later on today at 4 o'clock. For right now, when you're looking at this price action here, do you want to get into a short, or are you waiting the three 2-minute candles before you get in?
Following my rules as usual, which is why I wanted to do a little more analysis there. But I like this second candle printing that's actually starting to look like it will close below VWAP.
So I have a few questions to ask you here, or
Okay.
one major question, because I wasn't on the stream yesterday, and of course focus on the chart. Once again, we were right at we were targeting where price might go to. And if you just held a short from the beginning and just held it all the way to the end of the day, you were gotten there.
Sure.
So how many times do we see this before we're like, because I just held my short and I made $1,000 all the way to the end, and I just never, it was one trade, I didn't have to think about it again.
Yeah. I think that strategy's worked out pretty well until I need to go the other way. So I would have to hold an entirely different instrument. And if I held ES short, but found myself long M and Q in like some kind of a short scalp, for example, I'm a little concerned about violating some rules on that because hedging's not allowed. And even
Right.
though they haven't explicitly said that you can't be short ES and long NQ, it still feels like too similar of an instrument. I don't even think it violates the CFTC rule, but in any event, I'm going to stick with not violating directionality just now. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, totally makes sense. Except every time I've been doing it, it's been fantastic.
Well, how are you doing on your accounts?
Good. I'm now full on in the green in my funded accounts, and I'm just like working my way up to a payout. I was reminiscent with my wife about what we were talking about during the in New York, where we talked to some of the blue sky people, and remember we're at the New York meetup, and some people were like trading 3, 5 NQ minis.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, I can't trade. I can't trade 5 minis. I've just been losing my shirt.
I guess at some point it's just a number, right?
Yes, but it's like, I guess I just don't understand how to do that. For me, holding a position and trending it for the day, I can live my life. Sitting there with a button and I'm up $500 in 2 seconds and then down $1,000 in the next 2 seconds. I just can't even begin to fathom it. But they were successful.
It's true. Okay, it appears I can't even get into a position here.
Because of the alerts on TradingView?
Yeah, TradingView is too much congestion, and it didn't even fire the alert, which is perfect because the trade would have turned against me right away.
I was just about to say.
So let me wait for this to close. 6 more seconds.
Oh, Ventura is locked out of his account. 611 on the day. Done for the week.
Done for the week. Well done, my friend. That's what it takes. Just get to first base. Call it a day.
Nice.
Little incremental improvements. Wow, interesting. Okay, are we going to see a gap fill here? Because this is a pretty decent support zone here at 24/7.
Wow.
It's very bullish all of a sudden.
Rule number 1, Tom, you don't know where price will go in the short term.
Okay, so I want to see this candle close above VWAP here. So far, it's looking pretty good. We're a few minutes into the open. It's a very bullish opening candle. Looking at the 15-minute chart, we're already kind of in oversold territory. So I like the idea of this bouncing from here.
Yeah, but do we only bounce to the VWAP at 24.9 and then roll back over?
Possibly, or we close the gap here at 145.
145. Well, I'll take a gap close.
Same.
I'm already long, obviously. But then I was already short before and I failed.
Got it.
But I don't mind. I'll take 3, 4 trades to get into the right trend, and then I just ride that to the end. Peter is he can't help it. He's not like a normally bitten by the trader bug, but he just cannot stand watching us day by day, and he goes, I gotta try it. I just gotta try it.
When is he getting started? Let's get him going.
Well, he for some reason he thought that with Webull that he could do it because he thought, oh, it's Canadian, but
Can you just do what you're doing and open a Top Step account?
Yeah, but he didn't want to do. He wanted to like start off. He thinks prop firms is too advanced, so he wanted to just start with like super simple stocks or something like that. But he can't use Webull.
How many prop firm stories have we heard now where people got started in stocks or options? They lost their money and they were like, "I'm going to move to prop firms."
Yeah, my friend just made that decision last night. He's like, okay,
all right, let's do it. TradingView, what's going on, man? Send the signal. There we go. Okay.
I always find it so interesting the waiting for confirmation before getting into a trade. I don't know how to reason, how to properly explain how I just can't do that. It's sort of like we talked about a couple of weeks ago that the $1 million trader, where the guy's like, what are you doing with this trade? Well, if it falls a little bit further, I'll sell it. He goes, if you sell it later on, sell it now. Well, that's how I feel about, yeah. That's how I feel about getting into a trade. I go, oh, if I'll get to a trade when it confirms, then just get it now before it gets up there. And then the argument is, well, what if it doesn't and I lose? Well, I could lose even when I get over there. Like I don't have any less risk.
I guess at my point, my thinking behind that is like this third candle here. My rule is I have to wait for a full candle close below or above VWAP before I'm ready to go one direction or another. And on that third candle, I could have sold it early and I would have been wrong. Confirmation has saved me more times than it hasn't saved me. So I think that's my take on it. You know, this candle right here, the 836 candle, clean close. My indicator down here shows we have two candles above VWAP now, and that's confirmation in my mind, where I'm waiting for the signal to be a little bit stronger before I get in. I guess luck hasn't been as advantageous as confirmation has, if that makes sense.
I see. So you wouldn't that scalp, let's say you had shorted right from open, you would have succeeded on your scalp before it even turned.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, obviously ATR is so high right now that I probably would have been able to grab the 20 points I was hoping for real quick.
Right.
Probably before I even had a chance to review the trade.
Right.
And this could still be a loser here, even though we're two candles above. Confirmation doesn't always win, but we do have some volume showing up. Point of control just moved up to where we are right now. Lots of volume is continuing to appear on the charts here above VWAP. My stop is a little tight, but that's just because ATR is so high right now. It's actually 60. So hopefully we can see a little bit more of a rally to EVWAP here before I get stopped out.
I don't know if you saw that linear regression indicator I made for Blueprint based on your idea here. Let me just show it real quick.
Oh, cool.
Because I just couldn't handle having to update the linear regression all the time. So now this happens on its own. So once you start let me stop that.
Yeah, you've seen me do it manually enough times. Nice.
Where are you? All right, let me just go fix this up. Be there in a second. Yeah, so here on the so you toss on the linear regression on the chart, but then as the chart continues, it leaves a version of the original one there, and then it updates the new one as it keeps on going. And to me, I want to know how it's changing from the initial one. And so I'm eager to keep expanding on this, but this is a linear regression I could use.
That's cool. Yeah, I like it. It's helpful to see how the score is changing too. In my mind, a regression trend gets invalidated the moment it's below 0.7 on the Pearson R.
Okay, I should know that, right? All right, well, this is reversal territory here. I'm not so liking my long now. So I'm just gonna get out of it. I'm not seeing the trend. Let me just take my $60 and be done. I actually want to short here. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'll do. That way I can Murphy's Law the chart, and then Mike can get his profit.
I'm basically back at break even now. Interestingly, it rejected off the 8 EMA, not even EVWAP yet.
That's right. So that to me shows like super weakness.
Yeah.
Well, not super weakness, but weakness.
Well, the stop's coming in a little bit further. But again, point of control is right here. So if we see a bounce from here, I wouldn't be surprised. And it's, again, looking at the 15-minute chart, it's looking pretty bullish. We could see mean reversion up to 897. Looking at the 2-hour chart, it's starting to show confirmation of the 750 band being support.
Right.
Maybe. Aventura, even though you're locked out today, let us know if you see any signals on your automated strategy.
That's right. That's right. You owe us, man. You owe us. No. Huh. Is this bullish?
That last candle looked pretty bullish. It looked like it was attempting to pull back and then turned around again. Coming down to the 1 minute chart, it remained closed above the AEMA.
All right, let's see. We're just right into the close of this 15-minute candle, which just loves to be a faker. I upgraded my indicator so that it shows me the 2 candles before the close, the 2 candles after. Because I always forget, and I look back and I go, that's exactly where I should not have been. Well, Bitcoin is like rising. That's moving back up, so.
Well, that's good news for Bitcoin. Looked like things were not going to stop there for a minute. Okay, ATR is coming down just a little bit here. Still pretty crazy, though. 60 ATR. Come on, pop. The buyers want it here. Let's take it.
The buyers want it. Oh, man. When I hear that in my head, the buyers want it, the sellers want it, I shake my head out and I go, I don't know anything.
My thinking behind it is everybody likes to buy the dip, and this is definitely one of those buy the dip territories. You know, it's just enough sell-off. As we mentioned earlier, the NASDAQ's down about 7%. You know, that's just enough where people feel like, okay, this is a good spot to buy. I heard from a couple of friends in the last few days that have just been buying crypto like crazy because they think this is buy the dip territory.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah. No new signals yet. Aventura says, yesterday's blueprint was great, Tom. I learned something every time I listen in. So do I, man. You bring the fire on blueprint.
Thanks. Did you see, Mike, that TradingView is now, they have the store for indicators?
They have a store for indicators. We very much support this idea. This is fantastic.
Finally, right. That means they're really going to take PineScript even more seriously than ever before. At least that's my thinking.
Okay, here's VWAP. I'm getting ready to potentially pull out of here if we start to pull back. I want to obviously leave myself in profit, but not get out too early here. I'm up 300 at the moment.
Yeah, I never.
But I'm always concerned about VWAP here.
Yep. My rule says sell, so I am going to close out.
I'm going to move down to the 1 minute chart and just keep an eye.
Normally I would short here, so that's what I'm going to do.
It's not a bad idea. Technically, I would be joining you in selling my position. Oh, there's the pop. Okay, right on VWAP now. Can we break the overnight, Tom?
Well, there is a daily level at 25,306, but I was aiming for that yesterday and we didn't get there. But if we do break and close above VWAP, then that's what I would be aiming for.
Okay.
See, and that would have been the wisdom of holding the long all the way back up over there as opposed to trying to get back in later. But hey.
Well, listen, to your point from this morning, I've been long since we got confirmation, and I'll stay in this as long as the trend continues.
Right.
I went trend this morning instead of scalp. Give me a max profit day. I'll take it.
Yeah. Toss on 5 NQs and let's just do it.
Don't make me make mistakes from yesterday, please.
I like that it now sounds crazy to you.
Upper brain versus lower brain, Tom. That's the problem.
I think I have the benefit of
The store is awesome. I hope they open it for the rest of us who code.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the limitation there, Aventura? I don't understand.
It's only a certain group of people they're letting into the store right now as a beta.
Come on. Get out of here. Leave it open to everybody. What are you doing, TradingView? Usually when they release things, it's for everybody.
It's unfortunate. Ooh, are you rejecting off of VWAP?
Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I don't like it either. That candle's got me a little worried. I might need to take profits here. Ooh. Yeah. Taking profits. It's going to trigger about 320, 315. What happened here?
Oh, wait a second. What is happening here? Yeah.
Why didn't that trigger?
Because you're destined to stay this long.
Oh, is this the... That might be true. See, here we are again. Is with this issue with TradingView. If you leave your alerts on here for too long, they will fail at some point.
Oh,
so I have to do the button instead. Come on, unbelievable TradingView. Let's go.
Damn it!
Unreal. That's so irritating.
Yeah.
Okay, we will have our own charting system on TradersPost soon. That just cost me $100. Thank you very much, TradingView. And now my trend line finally activates as an alert. Deleting this. And of course, the market just continues.
It reverses.
This is what I love about trading. Okay, getting back to recentering myself here. If VWAP is going to be our resistance point, where do we go from here?
Oh, I mean, 24.4, 24.375.
We said just joking, and we head back down to S1 at 240.
I could totally see that.
240 is another almost 3% down, though, for the day. It would be a 4% down day. I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks like it's going to continue.
Yeah. Looks like it's going back long.
All right. I'm going to go back to scalping here. Because then at least I can get guaranteed take profit and stop loss instead of relying on TradingView for the exit.
Right.
Okay, well, so I'm going to turn on my scalping strategy, which will have my take profit and stop loss orders tied to it. Let's take a look at our ATR though. Man, we're still pretty large. These are big moves.
Well, now I'm looking to hold this long until 25.3.
Yeah.
So
definitely should have held a lot longer. I'm good with the, the base hit for the day for sure. I mean, it was up 250 across the accounts. It's a pretty good day so far. I think the next move would be to wait just a bit here, about another minute, and I'll get ready for another scalp to the long side.
You're looking for like a mini pullback, is that it?
Yeah, a little bit of a mini pullback, just confirmation that we're going to post above VWAP here first.
Right.
ATR is just so large. This is going to be a fun move. I'm going to go for 50 points. Any positive day is a good day. Yes, sir. One base to the next. I always think of like Billy Bean, Moneyball, when, every single player that they ended up hiring for the Oakland A's, all they cared about was just getting him to base. They're like, we don't need home run hitters. We just need to get to base. Every single one needs to get to base. All right, cool. That makes sense. Let's just get to base.
Oh, what a fantastic movie.
Such a good one. For all the math nerds out there, we rejoiced in the fact that You can win, or at least come close to winning the World Series with math.
That's what my friend, who's a translator, that's how she felt about Arrival. She goes, a movie where the translator is the hero of the story. She was so happy. Alrighty, well, that's a decisive move up.
Okay, let's take it. Let's see what happens here. Tight move. It's got to do one more bounce here, and I have a sell limit there right at yesterday's high. And that was the pullback.
Well, probably just pull back to the 15-minute VWAP, which is 24,890.
My sell stop is too tight, though.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it already stopped out. It's just the ATR is so high right now. Volatility is pretty crazy. So we got VIX at almost 22 now, 21.58. This is a tough one to trade and actually stay in the position.
Right.
All right, so that's number 2 for me. Puts me at decent expectancy, 50% win rate. I can try one more trade here, and I think I'd feel pretty good about it. But I need to see a little bit stronger of a signal. This is starting to feel like we topped out a little bit here.
How tight is your stop?
I did 30 points, which is normally much larger than I'm used to, and I was shooting for 50 points. So it's all based on where I think ATR is currently. The last candle prior to that didn't close as large as I thought it did. I saw it at 28 when I started. If I'm looking, I have a short term and a long term ATR here. So the long term is 55 for the session so far, and the short term is 44. So I would normally need a stop much wider than that. Probably 50 and 50 would have been a smarter play, and then I wouldn't have gotten stopped out so quickly.
Right. All right. Well, I am down pretty significantly for the day.
Unfortunately.
but I don't I guess I don't mind, because one good trend just eats up the whole thing.
I'm surprised you weren't on the long side, but you thought we were going to be shortened from VWAP here, huh?
We weren't at any level.
Yeah.
Like when we're not at any level, there's nothing I could do. That's why I'm now that we're above a VWAP, now I can go long from here. But I was just guessing, so I just flipped back and forth, and that was not a good idea.
Got it. Kind of chopped out then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well.
But if we make it to 25,306, which is what I expect, I'll have recovered and more. So because I do the 1 micro, I don't really care so much about chopping myself in and out, because I'll never do that until I blow my account out.
That is true. Take a look at gold here. It looks like it found support at 4,000 again, and it's starting to bounce. It just will not break, or it will not conform to 3 standard deviations, though. Look at this breakout. I think I even had to move this higher, too. So what would the Z-score be on this to the upside? Man, almost over 5. So it's a 5 sigma breakout to the upside.
Yikes.
That's insane. Extremely bullish.
All right. The march up to the daily VWAP level is in my cards. I'm going to enjoy that for the day. Every pullback to the 15-minute VWAP is... Oh! All right, wait. Are you looking to get into another trade?
Not yet. No, I'm not. I don't see anything just yet. I don't want to jump back into a trend and then have it reverse on me, and I don't want to scalp and have myself get stopped out too soon. ATR is a little too high. So I think the next thing I'm going to be looking for is a break of this regression structure, and then maybe short for a quick scalp. So
do you have a second to see what it looks like if you toss on my levels indicator on your chart?
Yeah, for sure.
You should have access to it. It's called levels. Oh, it's not there. Let me make sure you have access.
Okay.
You won't have the newest version, but that's fine. I'm still testing it. And I wanted to give Ventura. I'd love to give you access to all my indicators if you're interested in Ventura. If you send me your username on TradingView, I'd be happy to do it. Okay, what's this alien music?
Goodness, I really pulled that trend strategy too soon.
Too early, yeah.
Yep.
This is. I don't know. It's so hard to comment on. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say 30 seconds left on this 15-minute candle, and we're almost to the to yesterday's high, or yesterday's low, excuse me. So nice bullish retrace here. Okay, did you share that indicator with me?
I can't remember your username here.
Oh, I see.
It's like M3.
Here, I'll.
Oh, it's the same. It's his Twitter handle, right?
Yeah, everything. All right, looks like we've established a new point of control here at 940. Kind of curious to see if that's the point where we reverse. And if so, let's get a short ready here. ATR is now at 51.
Oh, you're looking to short.
Yeah, I want to short the breakdown here.
For the scalp, right?
For a quick scalp for 30 points. So it should be in and out. Aventura says, hell yeah, Tom, I would love to check them out. You're on another level.
Happy to. All right, pull back to the 15-minute VWAP, 24,905. Am I going to get stopped out? Let's see.
This will be attempt number 3 for me.
Oh, it's the 15-minute, right? I'm
no
dead.
luck on that share yet.
Hit my oh, I did. I shared it already.
Oh,
it should.
What's it called?
Anchors levels.
I just see anchors trend, but not levels.
You might have to refresh the tab.
No, that's right. I forgot about that. All right, give me a second here. Make sure everything's saved. Okay. Nope, just trend still.
Crazy. Why isn't it there?
Don't know.
And it didn't pop up in your notifications either.
No. Oh, here it is.
Oh, perfect.
All right, got it added to my favorites. Let's leave mine on there, and then let's see what yours comes up with.
Yeah, so I would add it twice.
The first one. How long does it take here?
It's there already.
There it goes.
So the default one will give you the daily and the weekly automatically.
Okay.
I would copy it and add it to the chart again one more time.
Okay.
And then in the settings, change that to deactivate the second time frame. The first one, switch it from 1 day to 15 minute, and switch the color from teal to white. So what this gives me is the 15-minute VWAP and the levels where the price normally bounces throughout the day. I find it super, super useful. So the reason I'm aiming for the daily 25,309 or whatever is that if you zoomed out, you would see that there's a dotted teal line at the top. That is the that would be the target for the day.
Oh, good grief! I'm getting stopped out again here.
Yeah, I reached max loss for the day on the account. Got locked out.
Peter says, I hate to say it, but Tom is damn near S tier. Don't quote me on that. I'll deny it. I just quoted you, Peter. Now's your time to deny. Good Lord.
I know.
Right, 3 in a row, down 45 for the day. Basically break even. So no big deal happens. There's just a lot going on with all these lines here. It's hard for me to interpret what to look at here. What are these gray things?
So the gray is that's the close of the 15-minute bar. So that's the bar, the time frame change on the 15-minute. So on that bar is where I don't trust anything.
What's with this white line here?
Which one?
That's
the 15-minute VWAP.
All right. Oh, of course it's going in my direction. You bastards. Yeah.
But you could just take off the second one. If the 15-minute one is too crazy, you just have to leave the. No, that's the good one. It's the other one.
Yeah, I left the 15-minute on.
Oh, I see. Well,
I'd rather it be the one on the chart. So this is your VWAP levels, not the regression indicator that you're working on.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I could give you the regression one. It's just not. I mean, it's not done yet. There's other features I'm adding to it.
Yeah.
And so I find that the NASDAQ moves from 15-minute levels to 15-minute levels constantly throughout the day. And those white dotted lines give me great entries or exit points.
Got it.
All right. Well, I think we should call it there for today. Guys,
Agreed.
It's been so nice to have you here. We'll be back on Tuesday next week for even more trading. If you guys are interested in signing up for a TradersPost, please feel free to go to traderspost.io and use the code PropScaling20 in order to get 20% off your monthly or yearly subscription. And yes, if you have a subscription already, you can use this code for add-ons. We'll also see you later on today at 4 p.m. for after hours for market commentary to unravel some of the market madness. But until then, we wish you, as always, happy trading.
Cheers, everybody.